Hi class, in this video I'm gonna do number 4 in your chapter 10 homework. So this will be your real and nominal GDP. So make sure you know how to do this type of question. And then this is basically just all math. And then make sure be careful about every step you take, because if you make a mistake anywhere, everything after that will be all wrong. Okay, so make sure double check your answers and then use calculators. I know you guys want to believe how smart you are or how good a math person you are, but trust me, you're not Chinese. Okay, so you're not that good in math. So trust your calculator. Don't trust your head. Okay, double check your answers. Okay. All right. So we have our two good here. So pencils and orange. We have price and quantity, price and quantity. So when looking for the nominal GDP is your price of each year times the quantity of each year. Now, GDP is the total value of everything you produce. So when you see two good over here, we're going to find out the total value of all the pencils produced in 2018, and then plus the total value of all the oranges produced in 2018. That will be your GDP for 2018. So price times quantity, and then plus price times quantity. Okay, so the nominal GDP will be pretty simple. Let me use my spreadsheet. So guys, trust a spreadsheet. Okay, use spreadsheet. This will definitely help you on your test, and then your calculator too. Those are your best friends now. Okay. All right. Let me make it a little bigger. All right. So let's do 2018. You know what, guys? Let me show you a little trick. If you can make a nice Excel spreadsheet, the calculation can be done by spreadsheet. You don't have to do the actual punching numbers. Okay, so let me just copy this down. So we have 2018, 2019, and 2020, and then we have price for pencil and then quantity for pencil. This would be 145, 2, 165, and 3, 110. And then we need to do price for orange and then quantity for orange. 2, 195, 4, 4, and this is 225. And then 165. All right, so first we need to find out our nominal GDP. We're going to take the price of each year times the quantity of each year, and then add the other item too. Okay, so nominal GDP. So for 2018, that will be the price for pencils times the quantity for pencils, and then plus the price for orange times the quantity for orange. And enter, that's your nominal GDP. Now, one advantage of using Excel is that Excel can do everything for you, and especially once you're already typing in the formula, you can just copy and paste the formula to other cells. So especially when they're in the same column. So once I finish the first one, I just go to the move my mouse to the right bottom corner here. See how it changed to that little black plus sign? Click on it, drag it down. That's your answer. Okay, so just like that. So that's your nominal GDP. And then next, real GDP. Now for real GDP, we're going to take the price of the base year times the quantity of each year. So for real GDP, your price never changes because it's always coming from the same base year. Unlike your nominal GDP, when the price changes every year, right? See how the price changes every year, right? For nominal GDP, but for real GDP, we're gonna pick 1 year as our base year, and the base year price will never change. Will be the same base year price for all the years real GDP. Okay, so make sure to read the question carefully because the question will tell you when the base year is. So let's put the information here first. We have what are the numbers we have? 535, 1230, and then 990. So 535, 1230, and 990. 1230 and then 990. That's my nominal GDP. And then real GDP base year is 2018. So this is how I'm going to do it. We're going to use our 2018 prices. So the $1, the $2 times all 3-year calculation. Okay. So for the 2018, this will be simple. It will be just like before. So your 2018 price times 2018 quantity, and then plus 2018 price times 2018 quantity. Now for 2019, it's a little tricky. We're gonna stick with our 2018 prices. So $1, but times 2019 quantity. Okay, so the price will never change. Oh, don't forget the plus price times quantity. So price never changes. The only thing change is our quantity. And then same thing for 2020. So same price again from 2018, and then times 2020 quantity. So price never change. Only thing changes is your each year quantity, and that's your real GDP. So 535, 615, and 440. 535, 615, and what's that? 440 was the last one. Yeah, 440 is the last one. 440 is the last one. And next, I'm going to find GDP deflator. So GDP deflator. So for deflator, you're going to use your nominal GDP divided by real GDP times 100. Okay, so we're going to do nominal GDP, 535, divided by real GDP, also 535, times 100. That's your GDP deflator. And then same thing for the other 2 years, but the same formula, right? So different numbers. I'm going to click on it, go to the right bottom corner, drag it down, there, right? So 200 and then 225. So 100, 200, and 225. All right, and the last step, I'm going to find inflation. Yeah, it's probably asking about inflation because they're the normal 4 steps. So nominal GDP, real GDP, deflator, and inflation, they're the same. I mean, they always come together, okay? Inflation. So for inflation, we're going to compare the GDP deflators against the year before it. So for real GDP, you have the same base year, but for the for the inflation, we're always comparing the deflator against the year before. So we can find, so in this question, we can find the inflation for 2020 and 2019, but we cannot find inflation for 2018 because we don't know what deflator is for 2017. Okay, so remember, inflation is always compared to the deflator of the year before. So if you don't know what 2017 deflator is, you cannot find 2018 inflation. Now, so let's do 2019 inflation, 2020. So for inflation, it's your deflator for this year, so 2019, minus deflator for last year, 2018, and then divided by deflator for last year, and then make sure this number is in percentage. So for myself, percentage, there, that's 100%. Okay, same thing for the other 2020 inflation, so drag it down, that'll be 12.5%, okay? All right, so let's answer our questions here. From 2019 to 2020, nominal GDP, so from 19 to 2020, it looks like it increases, right? So actually, no, I decreased, right? 2019 is 1230, 2020 990, so decreased. Real GDP also decreased, so 615 to 440. The inflation, however, was, we said the inflation was 12.5%, right? So it's a positive 12.5% inflation. There we go. All right, last part. Why is real GDP more accurate measure of economy's production than nominal GDP? Now, again, the difference between your nominal and real GDP is that for nominal GDP, the price is coming from each year. So whenever you see an increase in nominal GDP, this might be coming from 2 changes. That for 1, your price might be increasing, and for 2, your quantity might be increasing. But for real GDP, the only thing changes is our quantity, and the price will never change. So whenever you see a change in real GDP, that means the price is the same, and then the reason why real GDP changes, because your quantity is changing, your production is changing. That's why real GDP is a more accurate measurement than nominal GDP, because the nominal GDP has both the price and quantity change, but real GDP is only the quantity change. Okay, price never changes because all coming from the same base here. All right, so A says real GDP measures the value of goods and service economy produce. Okay, maybe, but nominal GDP measures the value and service a good economy consume. So that's wrong. Okay, B says real GDP is not influenced by price change, but nominal GDP is. So this one is right. Because for real GDP, the only thing can change that will be the quantity change. Price can never change it. However, price can change your nominal GDP because nominal GDP can be changed by both price and quantities. And the last one, real GDP include the value for export. Nominal GDP doesn't. That's false. All right, so let's grade it now. All right, got 4 out of 4. So guys, that's how you do number 4 in your chapter 10 homework. Have any question, let me know. So again, for this type of question, be careful, take your time, trust your calculator, trust your spreadsheet, because there are many calculations in here. You miss one step, everything after that will be all wrong. Okay. All right. So good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.